and beyond. Haunted frequencies.
Hello and welcome to Paranormal Ville, mysteries and hauntings of the Red River Gorge and beyond. I am super psyched about today's episode. We have a very special guest today. I'm your host, Bill Stark, aka Bill from the Ville. If you haven't heard his evidence before, Scott Flood is a paranormal investigator, and the reason that basically we ended up on the show Terror in the Woods, which is incredible. So we were the Ghostober Halloween special in 2017, Scott, because of you.
That was exciting.
It was. So, you've got contacts with the Discovery Channel. You've worked with some of those guys before. You mentioned some of the evidence you shared, but go ahead and say a little bit about yourself, Scott.
I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I got into ghost hunting 9 years ago because of an experience we had in Florida, me and my wife. We got interested in it then, but kind of dropped it. But one of my friends was doing paranormal investigations, and I asked to tag along, and the rest is history.
It really is.
I come out of that and infatuated to figure out why things happen. I like to debunk. I don't like to assume anything's true or real. I have to know, and I have to debunk as much as I can. And when you can't debunk it, that's when it becomes way more interesting. And we've captured so much evidence, what I call evidence and what other people will call maybe, it's all up to interpretation, but I don't try to make people understand it. I give them experiences. So if people are really interested in paranormal, they can get a hold of me or you even, and we'll get them on a ghost hunt and they can make up their own minds. We do our best to provide somebody an experience. And most of the time we do. We've had people run out scared, and they come back normally with equipment ready to go again. But yeah, I'm retired from UPS. Loving retired life. It gives me more time to do this, although I haven't been doing it as much. COVID really hurt. I had contracts being signed with 2 cities to do their paranormal tours.
Wow.
And to take over their investigations in their towns right before COVID. So COVID really put a hit on us, and it hurt. It's getting harder and harder to find places, but we get reached out to from people who are having experiences in their homes who don't know where to turn. And we try to offer, you can call me or some of the people on my team, and we'll try to help you figure it out. And I've done so many children's cases, so it seems to be kind of our specialty. And turns out my specialty is more of EVPs. I'm really good at, I seem to be good at capturing the EVPs. And supposedly I have spirits that hang around me. I've had people tell me that I don't know. I can almost feel them now. After so many years of doing it, you get that feeling when something's really happening around you. And for me, it's like a small headache. And I've got those feelings on the street. And actually downtown Louisville, I had it, and I used to have the recorders in my truck. And I took one out and I captured an EVP on the sidewalk at downtown Louisville. I mean, it was incredible.
You just never know.
I think they're everywhere.
Yeah, and they're right here, right now. I could feel them too.
Probably so.
It's kind of like a dream come true for this, because it's been, 9 years since our last investigation at Waverly. That was 2017. That was 2016.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Waverly's a special place.
Yeah. This is
truly haunted.
Yeah, this is a special episode because, first of all, do you remember how we met?
Through my brother-in-law, correct?
Yes.
Through his death?
Yes. Mm-hmm. My best friend, Greg DeBeer, passed away, and we were at his life celebration in his backyard.
Yep.
And I met Scott, and we started chatting, and I told him I was having some crazy experiences at my cabin, and he said, well, maybe we need to do a little tag along with Waverly Hills with you. You invited me to join you and your crew to Waverly Hills. that was a life changer for me because it was before the show Terror in the Woods even aired.
With what you had going on in your life with your cabin, it was really amazing to hear your stories, and then to go up there and validate some of them was even better, because you don't just allow anybody there. I know
you're the only
so
one.
I felt special being going up there. And then you remember 3 a.m.?
Yes, I do.
I was in the back bedroom, and the door opened and shut by itself at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
and I watched it. I heard it and turned over, and there it was, opening and closing. And we heard and captured some things that night that unexplainable.
Yeah. And that's why I had you up, because we were having so much activity, and that was before the show aired. Now, since the air showed, it's just escalated, and that's why we probably got to have you back, man. It's long overdue, but they intensified. We were able to, at least when you came up, we were able to document several events from early evening till 4 o'clock in the morning. I was just blown away. I don't
know if I told you, but the more my first visit to any place, the activity is not great. But the second, third, fourth, it intensifies more. It's like they get to know you.
That's it.
And then once they become comfortable, they start interacting more. So
you get a little familiar.
Yeah. So I feel like if we do come back,
that's what it is,
and set up the right equipment in the right places, I think we'll capture more.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, yeah. I know, and I've been afraid of it. I really, it took me a while to get over our first event, but our first investigation was at Waverly Hills.
Yes.
And thank you for that invitation. Do you know the history of Waverly Hills?
I know a lot of it, yeah.
It was 1910. It was established for the tuberculosis outbreak.
Right. Yep.
They've had over 8,000 deaths at Waverly Hills.
Yep.
They used the death chute and the death tunnel to transport the bodies to keep them out of view from the rest of the patients.
Yeah, it was originally for groceries and supplies coming up, but they had to reverse the belt. At its peak, 1 person per hour was dying.
Is that what it was?
And that's why they had to reverse the belt, because it was causing too much depression.
Wow.
So, yeah, they had a line of hearse at the bottom of the hill almost all the time. Yeah, I've seen pictures of that, and it's like 8 of them lined up just waiting for bodies.
I remember when we drove in to the area of Waverly Hills, and I actually reviewed some of this footage before the interview today, and you mentioned the neighborhood that was being built below Waverly was having people kind of complain about, please keep your ghosts in your building.
That's true.
Do you remember that?
Yep, that's true.
It's just insane.
How do you control that, right?
Yeah, exactly. So today I thought it might be great. Let's just get a little bit about your background and some of the places you've been before we dive into the Waverly highlights and stuff, and speak up a little closer to the mic.
Okay.
Where other places have you investigated that you really
probably my top 5 would be Waverly, Octagon Hall in southern Kentucky, Bowling Green, a private residence in Sellersburg, another one in Mount Washington, and one in Indianapolis, 3 private residences. And they all have very unique stories, and 2 of them were dark in nature and involved somebody dying, actually, in one of them. I've got evidence from every one of those. Waverly is more of a steady thing. To me, ghost hunting isn't scary. It's intriguing. And like I try to debunk everything. So when you see things with your own eyes, that's proof to me. And EVPs, when you're alone in a building by yourself and you strike up a conversation and there's people answering you, that'll give you chills. But I've only been scared twice so far. Once was in Waverly, and where was my other one? I believe it was in the Sellersburg house. Waverly, I saw eyes open and shut and coming to me. And I got witnesses to that one. And the other one, I got grabbed in I'm sorry, it was in Celery Park. I got grabbed there, and
is that where the orb was caught too? You had a
no, that was Shepherdsville, Mount Washington.
Okay,
yeah,
I remember you sharing that with me.
Yeah. They called me when I left that house for the last time and said the shelf in the basement that was bolted to the wall flipped 4 feet out into the middle of the room with groceries on it. It was bolted securely to that wall.
Wow.
And we had captured an orb down there, but there was a lot of activity in that basement. And we captured some stuff there that shouldn't be happening anywhere.
Unreal.
Windows breaking out in the middle of the night and furniture stacked, pictures, reflections. You see actually someone's face in the back glass, but missed figures, handprint bruises on the mom that lived there. She actually had handprint bruises on one of her breasts and on her back of her arm. I mean, a full handprint.
That's crossing the line, man.
Yeah, and they went away after a day, but I got pictures of them.
Of course you do.
And it was amazing.
You have more evidence than anybody I've ever met.
I got a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
in 9 years.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a lot.
Yeah, and this might be a good time to just bring people up to speed on some of the equipment that you use besides, cameras and things like that. Maybe we can go over just a couple of these things here that are on the table.
The cameras are the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Because I got 4 sets of them, and they're all Wi-Fi, and they're very small, so they capture a lot of things. It seems like when they know they're there, they avoid them.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you set them up and get away from them and don't touch them and stay away, we've at Waverly, my daughter captured on the 5th floor where the kids unit was. She said, turn around, and it disappeared. I never saw it with my own eyes, but the cameras with infrared picked it up.
That apparition.
It appeared 3 times, yeah. And we got a picture of it. We can show you in a little while.
We're definitely going to get into that. So explain some of this equipment that we've got on the table. First of all, this is a REM pod. Now, this is
my favorite piece.
One of the most popular things that you see on television.
And it doesn't go off very often, which makes it more credible.
And explain what it does. It kind of picks up.
It picks up the energy around it on the antenna. That's what you ask them to do, is touch the antenna or get around it. And the stronger the energy, the brighter the lights, the more lights come on. Like green is the base, and then it goes up from there. But
like if I touch the antenna now,
yes,
see how close you get to it.
Yeah, so we've set those up and been a floor down, and we can hear them ringing off. At Octagon Hall, it was really good. That's one of the best pieces of equipment.
It really is.
Yeah.
It picks up the electromagnetic field of whatever is around it. So as human beings, we always put off electromagnetic fields, and even your phone does that kind of stuff.
You can't get a phone near them. A fly or a bug will actually, if it lands on the antenna, it'll set it off. Then you got the voice box.
Yeah, the spirit
there's
box.
So many forms of ghost boxes.
Yeah. This is the SB7 that you've seen on a lot of the paranormal investigation stories and TV episodes. Yeah,
Ghost Adventures started with that one.
They did.
Now I got the S box, which seems to be a little bit better.
Okay.
It's sold by the Ghost Shop, but it's...
Explain what it does, yeah.
It will do way more than that one. It'll record. It will, it has a light on it. It'll reverse. It'll scan channels in reverse. It's forward, 3 or 4 speeds up, 3 or 4 speeds backwards. There's no vocabulary in them, so anything that really comes through it is picked up in the air. Sometimes the radio waves will interfere, but when you're asking questions, you have to record it on a separate item as well, because you got to play it back and really listen to it in slow motion. And that's where you hear your answers the most prevalent. So
basically it's using technology to allow the spirits to converse. And
they have to have something they have to have some kind of base to use. Mm-hmm. Like the way it was explained to me was it has consonants and vowels in it. Mm-hmm. And they take those and they use them to form their words.
Okay.
And when you record it back and play it back, you can really pick the words out. I mean, they say a lot more than what you think just listening to it live, you know. You can't hear it live. You really got to replay it. So, yeah, those are really cool to have.
And I know we've used voice recorders before, which is similar to playing it back and hearing things that you can't hear audibly.
Yeah, that's what I record them on.
Electronic voice phenomenon, right? EVPs.
Right. And if you ever use those, you got to get the noise canceling.
Okay.
And you got to, it seems to pick up a lot better. And there's so many different voice boxes.
What about this thing?
That's the millimeter. Now that picks up a different range of fields, energy fields. And again, if that one goes off at high numbers, you know there's something. It's more, if it goes off, you're into something. Like at Octagon Hall, we had it go up to 50.
Really?
Which is unheard of.
What's a baseline reading? 0?
Like 0.03 is like a normal current from your plugs and your electricity in your house. Just like on the K2 meters, you know, the 3 lights, it's like 110.
Yeah. So
if you get past the 3 lights, then you got to really look at what you're getting into at that point. And there's all kinds of K2 meters as well. And that's what you use to really walk through houses. And if you get a hit on those, then you need to start investigating, which is that right there. Yeah.
There's a K2 meter. Let's just turn this on for a second.
All right.
I got
push the button.
Jeff bailing me out on all the technical aspects. You let me know if that audio starts getting buzzed, Jeff.
So if I put my phone up against that or close to that, that thing would go all the way to red.
Yeah.
If it's receiving or processing data, it'll shoot that up to high.
So right now we're at a good baseline where
there's nothing going on around it.
No Wi-Fi.
I got a great video of that in Fort Sumter. Me and my brother-in-law he just passed away, but we're in a ammunition chute and no electricity there at all. We didn't have our phones, and I said, if you're here, light this thing up. Went to red, stayed that way 10 minutes. I said, okay, just to prove you're here, just back away and make it quit blinking. Immediately it quit blinking, and I didn't say a word for a few minutes. I said, okay, now come back, and immediately it came back. It was incredible.
And that's how you kind of debunk anything that you get, because I like that you said I say the same thing. I'm the king of the debunkers, bro. I mean, I need to know what is going on really. And if there's any interference from anything or some anomaly happening that's not repeatable,
right,
that makes a difference when it repeats over and over again.
And when you ask those questions to get immediate responses.
Yeah.
You know, it's
hard to ignore.
It's hard to debunk that.
Yes.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's not ghost hunting is not scary. It's really intriguing. It's really interesting to try to figure out what's really happening.
I'll be honest.
We just don't take it for granted. There's something happening here.
Yeah.
We got to prove it.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, the first impression I had with you was Cool Hand Luke of Paranormal Investigators. I have never seen a guy be more calm speaking to flashlights and watching them respond for like 40 minutes at Waverly Hills. We're going to get into that footage. While I've got this thing out, this looks like a super groovy. What is this thing, man?
It's another voice box.
Okay.
It's called the Nanocom. It was a special made. The inventor sold it to me. It does the same thing as the SV1 or SV6 you have.
Okay.
This one will scan through channels faster.
Okay.
So, and it's best to scan for paranormal on a high level. Mm-hmm. You want to scan the faster, the better.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I'm not sure, but this is a really cool device, and we've captured a lot of good evidence on this.
Awesome.
Even with the SB7, we capture a lot of good stuff on that. And I've got several versions of voice boxes, and we've used them all. And sometimes they work, and sometimes one will work, sometimes the other one will work.
Well, it's ghost hunting. It's not supposed to happen every time, right? I mean,
it's boring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you might sit there for all night and not get anything.
Yeah, we've done investigations and captured absolutely nothing. It was just sit around and talk most of the night.
Wow.
And then sometimes you get that experience,
Mm-hmm.
and then you don't find it when you go home and replay all your audios. You did capture stuff,
Yeah.
and it surprises us, but we seem to always capture something small. And after we're gone, you can't go back and debunk it.
Right.
But we use enough cameras and enough audio devices to go back and review that time on everybody's different devices. And some will pick it up. We picked up a growl at Waverly.
I guarantee it.
3 people picked it up on their audio devices, and the rest of us didn't get it.
Yeah.
And we were all in the same room.
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it seems like some people are more, empathetic or receptive to supernatural events. Is that true in your findings?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's people that instigate, which you should never do.
Yes. That's why I got so mad at Bert.
I remember that. Yeah.
He was provoking, and it says in the rules at Waverly, no provoking.
Oh, it's people up there who have provoked
But once
have been hurt.
He provoked, and I'll be damned if he didn't get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's incredible.
And, you get people like that, you don't invite them back.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's part of our own rules,
Yeah.
You don't instigate.
Some of the footage shows me giving Bert a hard time, and we'll go over all that stuff.
Rightfully so.
You had a really cool special box, too. Is that close by where you can get your hands on it? Yeah. I think that since this is kind of a one of a kind.
How about this one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the Orion. What's that, number 14? Yeah, number 14. That's another experimental box. The guy who developed that, his name's on there somewhere, but I think only 15 or 20 of these were made. And it's another voice box that scans different levels again of the energy fields. And again, that has no vocabulary in it. So, and with that one, it's very rare to capture anything on that box. But when it does, I mean, if you want to turn it on, they can hear what it sounds like.
Let you turn it on.
And then when a voice comes through, it will actually shut up. And then the voice will come through. I'll let you hear here.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a reset button. And it resets it in another level or another field.
Hold it down here away from the mic. Just turn it down a little bit.
Just letting them hear it.
Yeah.
And then, this speeds up the field.
So if something comes through, it's going to erase all the garbled stuff, and
all that will disappear, and you'll hear the words come through.
What words have you heard using this device?
Get the F out.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
An abandoned house down on Main Street in Louisville.
Really?
Yep.
Our hometown.
Yeah. A mother had called me and said her son had committed suicide in the house. Mm-hmm. He wasn't depressed.
Right.
There was no indication of him wanting to take his own life. He bought this Victorian mansion downtown from the city for $500. They were trying to get people to buy them and refurbish them.
Wow.
So they would sell them at a price with a contract, they would fix them up.
Sure.
So he was in the process of getting that going. And his girlfriend left. The only thing he had in the house was a bed and a couple of dressers and an old piano and a table and some boxes of stuff. And he hung himself from a rafter. His girlfriend was there. She went home. She said she wasn't feeling comfortable that night. And then the mother called me. I met her there. She gave us a walkthrough. The upstairs bedrooms were full of trash. And I went back the next day. They gave me a key. So I went back the next day, went up to upstairs in one of those bedrooms, and the door actually closed behind me. I was using this box here and a voice box. And that one came through and said, get the F out. And it said a few other things that were hard to understand. But then I went back downstairs because that freaked me out a little bit. Went back downstairs and I found devil worshiping items. His mom and dad had no idea he did any of that stuff. And
did hang himself.
He hung himself that night. His girlfriend come back the next morning and found him hanging from a rafter.
Oh, man.
An extension cord.
How can you not be scared when things like that happen? That blows my mind.
Well, I didn't know that story until I discovered it myself.
Okay.
And we did go back.
Did you feel fear when it was? I mean, when it said "get the F out"? Did you feel?
It really wasn't scary because I hadn't researched it enough. I didn't know if I was picking up something from something else.
Okay.
But when the door shut, and then immediately that came through.
Good.
It made me think, and that's when I left that room. And that room actually had the upside down cross on it.
Wow.
behind that door. When the door shut, I saw it.
Unreal.
Yeah, but the parents had no idea.
So
Yeah.
that's just another good example of, ignorance is bliss going into these things too. That's kind of what I was doing when we went to Waverly. Ignorance was bliss for me. I'd never been on an investigation before, and
That's why you got lost.
that's why I got lost. Exactly.